March is National Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, and the American Cancer Society estimates this year more than 150,000 people in this country will be diagnosed with colon and rectal cancer. And while survival rates have increased, research remains ongoing. So, in today's checklist, we're talking about the latest advances with Dr. Andrea Cercek. She's a medical oncologist. She's also co-director of the Center for Young-Onset and Gastrointestinal Cancers at Memorial Sloan Kettering here in New York. Dr. Cercek, welcome back. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
So, I mean, we've talked about this, it seems like, for a few years now, and over the last few years, we continue to have seen this rise in early onset colorectal cancer. Do we know any more about why that is?
Not yet, but there's been a lot of progress in that. So it's been rising for really since the mid-1990s by about 2 to 4% annually. And what's really striking, actually, is that it's happening worldwide. It's not unique to New York or to the U.S. It's really every country that has a registry is noticing more and more young people with colorectal cancer. And why that's happening, we don't know. We believe that it's likely environmental factors, probably multiple factors, perhaps change in lifestyle, change in what we're eating, things that we're exposed to, potentially medications that are changing kind of our guts and causing this cancer to occur much earlier than it used to.
Well, we've got some of the warning signs here on the screen behind us.
Yeah, so until I think we, are able to kind of identify the individuals at risk, the important thing to remember is if you have anemia, if you have change in bowel habits, blood in your stool, abdominal pain, that lasts for a few days, it's important to seek medical attention and say maybe it's time for that colonoscopy.
Yeah. We know that early detection certainly saves lives, but there's different kinds of tests. So how do you know which one you should be getting?
So the most important one is a colonoscopy. That's really the gold standard. And what's important to remember is because of this rise in young people with colorectal cancer, the screening age has actually been lowered to 45. There are other tests that can be done, such as a stool test or a blood test, but the colonoscopy enables someone to see the actual precancerous lesion, remove it, and then decrease the chances of developing cancer.
They can zap those polyps right while they're in there.
Just take them right out. And the most important thing, though, is to just remember the best test is the one that gets done. So whatever you can do, get that test done. And now the recommendation is 45.
Let's talk advances in treatment. You're one of the principal investigators in a new immunotherapy trial backed by the FDA for rectal cancer. What have you found, and how will that affect treatment going forward?
So one of our goals in cancer treatment in general is not only to improve outcomes, but to also improve life and survivorship. And so what we've done, and what we were able to do with this trial specifically, is with people with early stage disease that have a specific mutation, we were able to use immunotherapy to completely eliminate the need for surgery and radiation, because some of our standard treatments, although they cure patients, can really alter their lives in survivorship. And so that's been one of the main focuses, and we're really we're trying to make strides to kind of improve that angle of care. But in addition, we're also making progress with advanced disease, with targeted therapies, as well as with immunotherapy, because traditionally colorectal cancer is not sensitive to immunotherapy. But we're now finding different medications and different kind of novel combinations to find this population that might respond, which is really exciting.
Dr. Cercek, how can lifestyle changes, how can those impact? So
we certainly know that there are risk factors that contribute to colorectal cancer, such as an unhealthy diet. So we should all think about a healthy sort of gut healthy diet or a healthy cardiovascular diet. Exercise is beneficial, limiting alcohol, limiting processed foods. Those are really the main ways at the moment to kind of improve general health, but especially decrease the risk of colorectal cancer. So,
Dr. Cercek, thank you. Thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for all the work that you guys
Thank you for having me.
Over at MSK as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And you may have noticed, if you're watching closely, that I've switched out of my traditional jacket. I'm wearing this pullover. I designed it along with a pair of matching socks in honor of my brother, Lawrence, and with the help of my friend Elizabeth Lasky. A lot of you know I lost my brother to colorectal cancer a number of years ago. I serve on the Colorectal Cancer Alliance's board of directors. I've done that since 2021. We're all on a mission to raise awareness about the importance of preventative screening, not only for Lawrence, but also we want to spark a conversation within families. So I'm grateful to say that in recognition of National Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, NBC Universal will be making a donation in support of the Colorectal Alliance. And you can also, you can help. You can purchase this pullover and the socks over on today.com. You can buy them there. You can also scan the QR code at the NBC store here at 30 Rock as well. But I'm telling you, and I'm not just saying
it's
that.
lovely. I mean, it's a Land's End.
It's comfortable.
Nice piece of goods.
It's comfortable. I know a guy that can get you one.
All right.
And I'm wearing the socks now as well, and they're also very comfortable.
Very
so
nice.
if you're so inclined, buy and support.
All right.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.